Poetry's meaning is embedded in the frayed tendrils of its subtext. Hidden within its spare words are often full novels of hurt and discovery. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you're listening to Uncut Poetry. For the one who found her silence. And things just happen, whilst you make room, whilst you make love, whilst you talk of a 42-year-old Scotch, whilst you get stuck on a difficult wong. And here I am, sitting numb, as she says, I have plaque in my carotid arteries. I have a clot in my brain, and I tell her, it can't be. I'm the poet, the one in pain. I tell her, I'm your noise and fury, the one you tell your stories to, the one who ignores you, the one who holds your light. And she says, this too shall pass, the way I shall too. And I say, this happens to others, the others, you are the river sutra, ever flowing. And she held my hand in two, a curve of sweat and crease, and said, we are all in this song, it moves from our lips to a silent chant. And she says, let me tell you that story again of a girl with dark eyes who only laughed, the one who sought a silence in the noise she was bequeathed. And I say, look at my eyes, my mouth, my smile, my fleeting touch. It's you, yours, it stays. You stay too, let me move on. And she smiles, you talk like a grim reaper. I'm here, my love, I'm the now. Even a moment can be stretched. Sit by me and hold my hand. And this is what I did for her. I gave her the warmth I felt as she drifted into sleep with a smile. I carried that smile in me as eternity. And this is what I did for her. I gave her the warmth I felt as she drifted into sleep with a smile. I carried that smile in me as eternity. How can we ever be prepared for the inevitabilities of loved ones? Our being mortal, our knowing of it, and our facing up to its ascendancy are all different dynamics. We are never spared its agony, its feeling of leaving us bereft, as if the death of a loved one was a conspiracy against us, a punishment, maybe, of not paying enough attention to them, of taking them for granted, of giving precedence to the insubstantial over the precious. The amalgam of grief and guilt breaks us, often irretrievably, often in lethal ways. As news breaks of an immutable illness, an irreversible ailment, we are suddenly face to face with the cruelty of time's progress. Because when we calculate the number of hours we actually have with them, after deducting all that we spend in our other necessary or trivial pursuits, the number which emerges is small, infinitesimally small, and we panic. And with thudding realization, we try to put a cessation to our small meannesses, the tragedy of picking fights on insignificant slights, of carrying scratches as wounds, of mistaking carelessness as intent. The compendium of love is a checkered compilation. It is replete with stories of madness stuck in a morass of misunderstanding, of wonderful people lost in the gracelessness of presumption, of being able to forgive the world but not the one who deserves it the most. Who are we if not fools who fool ourselves and think it's for the best? We bring about the harakiri of relationships through senseless ego skirmishes and unsubstantiated assumptions, and realize much later that it was actually for nothing. Alas, it's often just too late. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you were listening to Uncut Poetry. I have a fantastic newsletter called The Uncuts. It's a weekly dosage of culture, art, music, poetry. Please do subscribe to it. The link is in the notes. And if you love this episode, do share it with someone you love. And follow Uncut Poetry on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Ghana, JioSaavn, or wherever you get your podcasts from. See you next week.